chips are down, these civilized people, they'll eat each other.
You are the unvaccinated. You are the problem. It is the unvaccinated who are the problem. Period. End of story.
The only people that you can blame, this isn't shaming, this is the truth. Maybe they should be shamed, are the unvaccinated.
It's time to start blaming the unvaccinated folks, not the regular folks.
Anyone you came into contact with will blame you, as will the rest of us who have done the right thing by getting vaccinated.
Because frankly, we know that we can't trust the unvaccinated.
I think it's time to get our moral house in order, Anderson. It's the unvaccinated who are the threat.
All of us vaccinated folks are going to start wearing masks to protect the unvaccinated folks. It's called a Christian value.
You're basically punishing the vaccinated for the sins of the unvaccinated.
People are not behaving honorably. The unvaccinated are basically saying, well, it's open season for me. I can do whatever I want as well.
The unvaccinated are basically beating their breasts and running around the country saying, we don't care, we're living free and so forth.
We've been patient, but our patience is wearing thin.
The unvaccinated, a group that includes children and people acting like children. And the rest of us are starting to get pissed off.
The vaccinated feel the unvaccinated are making me upset or angry.
This is not about freedom or personal choice.
Well, my freedom is being kind of disturbed here. No. Screw your freedom.
The other day, Howard Stern weighed in with a much different approach. Take a look.
When are we going to stop putting up with the idiots in this country and just say, it's mandatory to get vaccinated? Their freedom.
But you're treading on our freedom and you're making other people sick, and really you're killing other people.
The anti-vaxxers, they seem to have a thing for death and home remedies.
The anti-maskers turned anti-vaxxers are not just putting their own lives at risk. If that was the issue, we could just say that we can watch them compete to win place or show in the Darwin Awards.
We have to start doing things for the greater good of society and not for idiots who think that they can do their own research.
And don't get me started on the lunatics who won't take any of the COVID vaccines.
Life is too short to be an ass. Life is way too short to be ignorant of the promise of something that is helping people worldwide.
Maybe you're doing it because you're disconnected or disorganized. Maybe you have some sympathetic psychological reasons. But maybe you're just being antisocial.
Oh, you can't shame them. You can't call them stupid. You can't call them silly. Yes, they are.
Those who are not vaccinated will end up paying the price.
The unvaccinated should be taxed. They should pay more for health care.
We need to start looking at the choice to remain unvaccinated the same as we look at driving while intoxicated.
We're going to see, and I've said, almost two types of America.
Dr. Fauci said that if hospitals get any more overcrowded, they're going to have to make some very tough choices about who gets an ICU bed. That choice doesn't seem so tough to me. Vaccinated person having a heart attack, yes, come right on in. We'll take care of you. Unvaccinated guy who gobbled horse goo, rest in peace, Wheezy.
Pointing back to the unvaccinated who are really creating a problem in this country, every death that we are seeing from COVID could have been prevented.
Literally, the only people dying are the unvaccinated. And for those of you spreading misinformation, shame on you. Shame on you. I don't know how some of you sleep at night.
Well, good morning. Good morning, and welcome to the Morning Report. My name is Willie Lawson, and this morning is what's this morning? Thursday morning. We have to revisit something. I don't know how this is going to work out on YouTube. This video will also be up on Rumble. The audio portion of it will be up on Spreaker and Spotify, iHeart, all the usual suspects. I still know how it's going to work out on my morning coffee on YouTube. But I think this is very important. What you just watched was a compilation of media people and others telling the people who chose not to take a medication or get an inoculation, basically not just saying that I think you've made a bad choice. you should have made another choice. Now, before we get started in this, YouTube, I ain't telling nobody what to do. Because the whole point of this video, the entire point of this video is that people need to be able to decide what they want to do for themselves. Now, a few months ago, there was an article, I think, in the Atlantic, sort of calling for COVID amnesty. Well, we really did. Everybody, was so stressed, and we really didn't know what was. We really didn't. So we should give each other a break. I'll tell you what. After you just saw what you just saw, how ready are you just to forgive and forget? This coffee is super good. It is delicious, by the way. We're still looking for a coffee sponsor, so if you've got better coffee than this Keurig McDonald's coffee, let us know. Send me an email at fightbackmedia@gmail.com if you're willing to sponsor us for a cup of coffee, a day for a month. Send it to us. We've got a French press. We've got a Keurig maker. We've got a Mr. Coffee. However we need to brew it, we're ready to do it. We're ready to do it. Anyway, so are you ready yet to forgive and forget? If you indeed chose not to take the inoculation, are you ready to just go, okay, let's just move on. It's okay. I know that you were saying that I should pay more for healthcare. I know that some of the late night hosts were joking that if I had a heart attack and because I didn't take the inoculation, then somebody who did should get the hospital bed instead of me. And I should just die because I took some sort of horse goop. It was just a joke. We didn't know. Saying that, that some of you were pissed off because some people had taken a choice and to direct their own health affairs, and that sort of pissed you off. And the president said that we're losing our patience with you. All that stuff. Are you ready? Are you ready just to say, you know what? That's okay. I tell you what we learned, though. Then what we learned is that when things are okay, it's hard to tell who the monsters are. When there's very little pressure and things are generally positive, it's hard to tell who the monsters are. It's hard to tell the people who will enter this blockthink and this gang mentality and be ready to kill you. It's hard to tell. We wonder, how did very well educated people, Germany has some of the highest educational standards in the world at the time. How did a lot of them end up participating in the atrocities that they did? This wasn't some third world nation. Germany was not. Germany wasn't some third world nation that was, on the men. They were first world. They were first world capable. Again, highly educated people. How did they end up being the people who would commit such atrocities? It's easy, isn't it? Put the pressure on, put the fear on, get the propaganda machine going. And it would not have been much longer before people like Howard Stern got his way. That, F our freedom, that we will be mandated, that we wouldn't be able to do anything. People wouldn't be able to do anything had they not taken the inoculation. Nothing. wouldn't have been able to work, wouldn't have been able to shop, wouldn't have been able to drive, wouldn't have been able to go outside their homes. Freedom. F your freedom. Howard Stern, who is still the king of media. Howard Stern pranked my show. Hardly the king of media. What do you think? Are you ready? Or are you like a lot of people? Are you ready to forgive people, but you're not going to forget because forgetting is problematic? If you forget that this can happen, then you'll forget the next time when it does happen, and it may be too late. What do you think? Write it down in the comments. I am really looking forward to hearing from you on this topic of COVID amnesty. My name is Willie Lawson, and this is the Morning Report. The Morning Report is a production of fightbackmedia.com, 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 and fightbackmediatv.com. Until we see you again, go out there and learn something, love somebody, and for goodness sakes, y'all take care of yourself. We'll see you when we see you. Bye-bye now.